Non-stop news starts right now. Little reminder here. We are the only TV station in town commercial free. That means 15 minutes. News, weather, traffic, bing, bang, bang, right in a row.
It's what we do. We have you covered this morning, including a look at traffic with Joy and a look at your weather with Jeannette. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. A little chill in the air this morning, but that's not going to last all day. It'll be warming up this afternoon. Bad news is critical fire weather today. Winds will be increasing throughout the day, plus the humidity is low. You add the hotter than normal temperatures, and yes, red flag warning in effect. Temperatures right now, some spots in the 30s. It is 48 degrees at the airport. Meanwhile, it's in the 30s anywhere from far northern Bexar County up into the western hill country. Kerrville right now 35, Bernie at 36. Down towards the south, it is 40 degrees right now in Pleasanton, 48 in Cotulla. 10-day temperature trend. We're going to see highs this afternoon in the low 80s. Tomorrow will be in the mid to upper 80s. Then a front comes in early Wednesday morning. That'll bring in some cooler air for Wednesday and especially Thursday. Gradually warming back up heading into the weekend. Then we'll see another front later on Sunday, and that'll help to just trim the heat a little bit next Monday before it climbs again through next week. We'll take a closer look at the front that comes in Wednesday morning. I'll have your full forecast coming up in under 10 minutes.
All right, another live look outside here. We are tracking a major backup here on the east side of San Antonio. We've seen this live picture from David Mendoza in RoadCam where he's not moving at all. Well, this is why. This is what he's stuck in right now. This is a live picture from our friends over at TransGuide. We have now learned they have shut down those eastbound lanes completely. That's going to be between Loop 1604 and Greytown. We're looking at over an hour delay there. I know that graphic says about 35 minutes. That's actually going to be about double that right now. And we know this because we have David Mendoza sitting in it. David, good morning. Your live picture looks exactly the same as the last time I checked in.
Yes, good morning, Joy. My vehicle is actually in park right now. Now, I don't have access to the scene, but I do have access to police communication. SAPD is really trying to figure out how to get these vehicles that I'm currently in off of this overpass and back on the street. They're talking about backing us up. They're talking about taking us through the scene. Allegedly, this is a 6-vehicle involved accident with no significant injuries, but people are being transported. I can't confirm that because I can't see it because I'm stuck right here. It's a major mess right now. So avoid the area if possible. Don't take 10 East. Try to take a side road. Take some other route to get where you're going. But for now, I'm stuck, and I'll keep you updated. Back to you, Joy.
All right, David, we will continue to check in. In the meantime, a couple of other spots that we are watching includes here on the northeast side, I-35 northbound between Eisenhower and Walden. We have all lanes shut down, pushed off on the frontage road there. About a 5-minute delay, so not too terrible. On the west side, another crash, this one causing delays on Highway 151 eastbound at Callahan. 15 to 20 extra minutes heading through there. We'll continue to keep a close eye on all of these spots. Lots of things that we're watching. I'll have another update soon with your on-time traffic.
All right, Joy, thanks. About 15 minutes now before 7 a.m. this morning, we have the latest on a San Antonio police officer shooting and killing a suspect last night on the north side. So the chief says that officers pulled the vehicle over along 410 and Vance Jackson. One of the officers got out, walked up to the vehicle. That's when the suspect, a 43-year-old man, jumped out of the passenger side and ran off. Officers then chased him into an alley. He pulled out a knife. One officer tried tasing the suspect. That didn't work, so the officer ended up shooting the suspect, who died there at the scene. The chief says that suspect did have a criminal history, was on parole. Police say the suspect also had a gun inside of his vehicle. The officer that shot that suspect has 4 years on the job. That case still under investigation.
San Antonio police have released the body camera footage from that officer-involved shooting that happened last month at Woodlawn Lake. Police say a man crashed his car into the lake, then began approaching an officer with a knife. In this clip, it appears that the officer is trying to help the suspect move away from the wreck, but then it looks like he pulls the knife and begins to approach her.
Careful. Careful. All right. Okay, hold on. You have a knife in your pocket, buddy. Put it down. Throw it down. Throw it down. Throw it down. Throw it down. 9351 Alpha. I got one at gunpoint. He's got a knife. He's coming towards me. Put down the knife. Put down the knife, please. I don't want to shoot you. What's going on? What's going on? Please, stop. Stop. I don't want to shoot you. Stop!
Hearing that terror in her voice is just crazy. It happened on February 15th. As you could hear in the clip, the officer gave the man commands several times to stop before shots were fired. That man has been identified as 30-year-old Chase Deckard Thomas. He was hospitalized and charged with aggravated assault against a public servant. It is still not clear why Thomas crashed his car into the lake or what led to the attack against the officer.
Also this morning, a man is on the run. Police say that he shot and killed a co-worker at a restaurant along the Riverwalk. This was yesterday at Cafe Au Lait. Investigators say that a 20-year-old man shot another man in the head. That victim was working inside the restaurant there. Police confirming that both men worked there at Cafe Au Lait. No motive, no arrest yet in that case.
This morning, the National Transportation Safety Board is continuing their investigation on that multi-vehicle crash in North Austin that killed 5 people, including 2 children Saturday. They released preliminary factors that may have led to the 17-car pileup. The massive crash happened late Thursday in a construction zone along I-35. That's the suspect right there. 37-year-old man was driving an 18-wheeler for Amazon when investigators say he slammed into oncoming traffic. 5 people were killed and 11 others. The driver of the big rig is facing 5 counts of intoxication manslaughter and 2 counts of intoxication assault. This morning, he remains in the Travis County Jail. Over the weekend, Amazon released a statement saying long-haul drivers are independent contractors. They are not Amazon employees. The statement went on to say, "This is a horrible tragedy, and our thoughts are with all those involved. We're looking into this further and will cooperate with all investigations."
6:48 happening right now with spring break in full swing. Some kids still out. There comes a lot of dangers, not only with the roadways, but also with students who sometimes experiment with alcohol or drugs.
That's right. Last year alone, there were more than 1,300 fentanyl-related deaths in Texas. News 4 San Antonio's Christina De Leon is live with more on what to look out for this spring break. Hi, Christina.
Hey, good morning, Marissa. Good morning, everyone. You know, that's why this St. Patrick's Day and spring break, one group wants to warn parents and students about the dangers of the drug. This is all part of what's being called a Million for Million campaign to try to help as many families and students as possible with the dangers of the drug fentanyl. Sadly, it is so accessible to kids, and during a holiday like St. Patrick's Day or spring break, so many students often want to experiment. They don't even know that one small pill can land you in the hospital or even have some deadly consequences. The dosages can be so dangerous too. Other drugs can be laced with fentanyl as well, and because it's so cheap, it's very easy for students to get their hands on.
Really, we know that anything can be laced with fentanyl, and the only way to keep themselves safe is to stay away from any type of substances. And if they do need a prescription, to get that through a doctor and through a pharmacy.
You know, parents can talk to their kids too about the dangers, or head to millionformillion.org for real-life testimonials or tutorials on how to talk to their kids about the dangers of fentanyl poisoning. Live in the Content Center, I'm Christina De Leon. David, we will send it back to you.
All right, Christina, thanks. About 10 minutes now before 7 a.m. Happening today, San Antonio Police Chief William McManus is expected to give an update on the city's violent crime reduction plan at a public safety committee. The city started this plan 2 years ago with UTSA as a way to reduce violent crime in the city. That meeting, again, scheduled today at 2 o'clock.
Also happening at the meeting, City Council members Terry Castillo and Marina Alderete Gavito will introduce a measure to reduce celebratory gunfire across the city. The council members say residents in their districts frequently hear sounds of stray gunfire in their neighborhoods. It's especially noticeable during holidays like 4th of July and New Year's Eve. While celebratory gunfire is illegal in Texas, the council members say some residents don't report it. To change that, the council members say they want to create a campaign to remind residents it's illegal and to report it if they hear it.
Part of the campaign is called Call the Shots, because we want to make sure that people are in fact reporting the concerns with gunshots, because while people are hearing them, they are not calling them in, and we want to let folks know the importance of calling them in.
Councilwoman Castillo says the new Call the Shots campaign will provide the city with data to make an effort to focus and hone in on these problem areas where people are shooting their guns.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Jeannette.
Springtime in full force right now. Decent, nice weather, good temperatures, a lot of pollen in the air as well.
Yes, Oka was a little on the high side over the weekend. I think that's what really got me late last weekend and this weekend, plus the smoke from the fire in Fredericksburg. All of that, definitely affecting a lot of us. Want to point out that fire weather concern will be an issue, not just today, but that'll be a concern through the week. Warmer than normal today and tomorrow with high temperatures in the low 80s today, mid to upper 80s tomorrow. We'll get some cooler weather later this week. A cold front swings through early Wednesday morning. Behind it, it'll start to cool down Wednesday, but it gets much cooler on Thursday. It's been a very dry month so far. We have not received much rain, if any, this month of March, and we're now holding at the 5th place for the driest March on record. We've only received just a few hundredths of an inch so far. Back in March of 1899, for the entire month, we ended up with only a trace of rain. So let's get to praying for rain. We desperately need it. Of course, the lack of rain certainly increases the fire danger. Unfortunately, there is no rain in the forecast for our region this week. Now, on Sunday, there is a glimmer of hope. Slight rain chance on Sunday as another frontal boundary comes across the area. Red flag warning from 11 this morning until 10 o'clock this evening. This is for much of the region with the low humidity, the increasing winds, and the hot temperatures. We have that critical fire weather today. And just a reminder that crabapple fire has already scorched over 9,500 acres in Fredericksburg. It's at the moment only 55% contained. The wind will be increasing throughout the day, so that's definitely not going to help that. Dew point temperatures, they're on the low side, teens and 20s here, 40s in the eastern zone. The wind, well, not terribly high this morning, but it does increase throughout the day. We'll see gusts 25 to near 30 miles an hour this afternoon. Tomorrow, the highest winds will be from San Antonio to the eastern zone, gusts between 30 and 35 plus miles an hour. Wednesday in the morning, highest winds will be to the west, and then increasingly windy for the rest of the region throughout the day on Wednesday. There is the front that will get here Wednesday by daybreak. Right now it's across the west. It'll be moving east across the country. Again, it gets here by daybreak Wednesday. Before it arrives this afternoon, winds will be shifting to the south. That is going to bring in some warmer air. We'll see highs in the low 80s. Tomorrow morning with the clouds, it won't be as cool as this morning. Plus the humidity will be higher. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Some spots in the low 90s. Cold front comes in, rain-free Wednesday morning, maybe just a few clouds across the east. Some showers late Wednesday near the coast. Behind the front, winds turn around to the west and northwest, and that is a dry, cool wind. Temperatures in the 40s until 8, and then notice how quickly it warms up. We'll be in the low 70s at noon. This afternoon, topping out at 83 degrees. We'll see some spots to the south in the upper 80s to low 90s. Tomorrow morning, mid 50s in the afternoon, 86. Wednesday, 57 to 79. Thursday, pretty chilly. 46 in the morning, 73 in the afternoon. Friday morning, 44, and then topping out in the low 80s. Over the weekend, upper 80s near 90. We'll see another front coming in Sunday, and that could trigger maybe a shower or thunderstorm. Better chance of rain with Sunday's front in the eastern zone, up to a 40% rain chance there. Here's the extended forecast for everybody else.
All right, back to the east side, still seeing close to an hour delay right now. That is because I-10 Highway 90 eastbound is shut down between Loop 1604 and Graytown. Here's that live picture. We've not seen any movement here as we watch this picture from TransGuide. And right here, somewhere in this backup, we've got our good friend David Mendoza. We've been checking in on his live shot as well. And David, the only thing that I see different from last time is that the sun is peeking up a little bit. Other than that, this looks like a dead live shot from you.
Yeah, well, folks, that's all I can say. I'm capital S stuck in this traffic. I'll keep it short and sweet. Avoid I-10 and 1604 on the east side. It's closed down. You're not going to be able to move at all in this area. On a positive note, you're right, Joy. I am going to get to watch the sunrise this morning. So keeping positive over here. It's Monday. We got a full week ahead of us. I'll let you know as soon as I get to this accident what I'm seeing. So back to you for now.
All right, David, thank you. Appreciate that. On the west side, a crash here as well. Highway 151 eastbound at Callahan. That's causing about a 15-minute delay. That's the latest with your on-time traffic.
All right, guys, so not exactly the best way to start off a morning, but I like David's message there. He found the bright side. He's going to watch the sunrise.
He's going to watch the sunrise, capital S for sunrise.
How do we do today? You going to come back tomorrow?
I'm thinking about it, but I'll definitely be back at noon.
Yes, she'll be back at noon. As we say every morning, today's a gift. Make it count.